Today is the big day of the Pran Pratishtha and the inauguration of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Since morning 8 a.m. in fact, we've been tracking that and bringing you all the live coverage, and we promise you that we will continue with the other aspect of Ayodhya's development, or rather redevelopment, when it comes to brand Ayodhya and the temple economy that is likely to ensue. But more important stories also making headlines today. Let's go straight into them. After nearly 2 years of negotiating, Sony Group on Monday has called off its $10 billion merger with Zee Entertainment. This development comes after a crucial meeting which was held on Friday, following which a final decision on the merger deal was expected. Sony said in a statement it had engaged in good faith discussions to extend the end date to complete the deal, but the companies were unable to agree upon an extension by their January 21st deadline. According to a statement issued by Zee Entertainment, Sony is also pursuing a termination fee of $90 million from Zee Entertainment, citing alleged breaches by the company. Also, it must be noted that Sony did not specify on Monday what conditions were indeed unfulfilled. Zee, however, refuted all claims made by Sony, asserting that it has not breached the terms of the merger agreement. The company is actively evaluating available options to address the situation, including taking appropriate legal action. In response to Sony calling off the mega merger, Zee CEO Puneet Goenka, who was in Ayodhya today to attend the grand opening of Ram Lalla Temple, wrote on X that he sees the Sony deal collapse as a sign from the Lord, adding he would move forward by strengthening his company for his stakeholders. The $10 billion mega discussion was initiated in 2021 and was originally slated for completion by the 21st of December 2023. However, the deal hit several roadblocks right from inception, including regulatory issues, deadline extensions, and others. The root cause of the termination, however, lies in an extended disagreement between the two companies, primarily centered around the leadership question for the merged entity. Zee had proposed that CEO Puneet Goenka take the helm, but Sony balked after he became the subject of an investigation by India's market regulator. Last year, the Security and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI, barred Goenka from holding directorships or lead management positions at any listed company, accusing him of being involved in diverting Zee's funds into the group's other listed entities. Goenka denied the allegations. An Indian tribunal lifted the ban on him in October, but said he would have to cooperate with any investigation by the regulator. Zee then sought a deadline extension, a request to which Sony agreed. However, the latest development to scrap the agreed terms and conditions and the merger clauses comes after a 30-day grace period which ended over the weekend when the two sides couldn't reach an agreement on a deadline set in December. Joining me to briefly discuss this story is my colleague Amit Ranjan. Amit, this deal had been on, had been off, has run into murky waters, and finally this mega deal, which was likely to become a 30% market share holder in India's entertainment space, is no longer there.
This deal should have happened because this was the only company that could have given some competition to the behemoth that would be in the market in the shape of Jio, Viacom and Disney. So anybody who wants to give any competition to that kind of a conglomerate had to be something as big as Sony and Zee coming together. It would probably have been the biggest merger, and they could have taken on giants like Jio along with Disney and Viacom, and along with that, giants like Netflix and Amazon, who are in the digital space, they would have had Sony Live and ZEE5 also in the mix to pose some sort of a competition. That's not happening right now. So let's see where the market goes. It is going to be a monopoly in the times to come.
Right.
Let's
so, of
wait.
course, all that in the realm of speculation right now. But just to get our viewers up to speed, this deal, which was 2 years in the making and now is pretty much in the unmaking, also comes on the back of Viacom 18, which is held by Reliance Entertainment, striking a deal between its OTT platform Jio as well as Disney to continue as a merged entity in India. That deal, of course, is underway, and speculations are ripe whether Sony's stake in India would now, in fact, be a partnership perhaps between Ambani Group, which owns Reliance, perhaps between Adani. We don't know just as yet. But those deals and those speculations are ripe in the market. Of course, this deal also comes at a time when Zee continues to command about a 25% market share, while Sony has a much smaller 6% market share. This merger would have given the merged entity access to about 73 channels, 2 OTT platforms that my friend Amit just mentioned, and a good 31-32% market share, almost a third of India's total entertainment market share. But that, of course, is not something which seems to be on the anvil anymore.